After Arsenal winning 1-0 against Leicester City, they thought that maybe City will go ahead and really drop points away at Bournemouth, but it has not been possible as they went there in the first leg of the season, or first half of the season. They beat them by 3-0. City has gone ahead and beat them by 4-1. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? City is closing in at Arsenal and the points are back to 2. The title race is really heating up each day that really lights up and darkens up again. So Rokani David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe, continue to do the needful and really love this channel and subscribe because we want to hit 13,000 subscribers because we've already hit 12,000 subscribers and we want to hit 13,000 subscribers. Now, last weekend, it was a win for Arsenal, well-fought win for Arsenal. They left it late, 4-2, scoring the last two goals at the end of the game. City went to Nottingham, they dropped points. This time round, they've said we are not going to repeat the same thing. Having drawn in their previous 2 games, 1-1 against Nottingham Forest, 1-1 against RB Leipzig down in Germany. They came back, fired up. Haaland, who has been spending some good games without scoring, he has found himself on the score sheet today. Julian Alves, Phil Foden, an unknown goal coming in from a deflection of the defender of Bournemouth has really given a side called City a win of 4-1, and they are really trying to show us that we are not giving up. We are not giving up. And when you look at how they are really playing, they're really playing very well today. And I saw how those triangles are really developing between Ika Gundogan, Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, and Jack Grealish, their most expensive player. But looks like Pep Guardiola is trying to get Kevin De Bruyne back to form. And this is what plays in the hands of Arsenal. I believe that City side without Kevin De Bruyne is really lame. It's really lame because he is the epitome of all the creations that have seen City be here. You are seeing City struggle. It's not because they're not having good players. It's because they're not having Kevin De Bruyne. Ever since he came in at Man City, he has been their best player season in, season out. And in this season where they need him most because they want to clinch the Champions League, they also want to win the Premier League because those are the only 2 trophies they're left in. Their main player is really playing badly. I mean, it's him having created close to 79 big chances, you get, and some good assists close to 17 this season, but it does not all boil out to a level you want it to be because they are really having a very bad spell when he's not really functioning. He's their best player, best creator. That's why you see to it that this time around the manager has chosen to play Julian Alves and Erling Haaland because he knows what it means when you're having 2 center forwards. He knew that he's not going to wait for the second half to bring on Julian Alves to tussle it out with Haaland. He went in for that twin immediately at the start of the game, and obviously he got himself a 3-0 win at halftime, and they walked away to halftime when the game was 1-0. Now, where does this leave Arsenal? Arsenal is having a game in hand. Let me show you this table. Arsenal is having a game in hand, as you see. They've played 24 games. City have played 25 games, meaning that City is left with 13. Arsenal is left with 14. On Tuesday or Wednesday this week, Arsenal is going to find itself playing against a team called Everton. If Arsenal beat Everton, obviously they're having a very good record on Everton while playing at their stadium known as Emirates, and that's where they're going to be playing against them. So I expect Arsenal to come out through and really get a win and obviously stretch it back to 5. Remember, before Man City came into this fixture, Arsenal had won and they had really stretched that lead of the league table to 5. Now it's back to 2, and City have gone ahead to score 4 goals and conceded 1, meaning that the goal difference is now back to 10. So it shows you that Arsenal need to go ahead and really increase on the number of goals they are scoring. But what matters is them getting 3 points. City is having 55, Arsenal is having 57, and United is having 49. And remember, United is playing tomorrow, meaning that they are playing the Carabao Cup, no Premier League game. Even in the midweek, United will be playing the FA Cup, I think, with City and very many other teams. And then Arsenal is going to be outside there playing its game in hand, and they will be tied at 25 games with a team known as City. And if at all Arsenal win their game in hand, obviously they'll be at 11 points ahead of Manchester United, because they will be at 60 points and United will be tied at 11 points. That's why I find it hard to come out and really acknowledge that we can really get ourselves into this title race. I know it's open, because if at all you say that City is in, because we are just how many points behind City, although they've played one game ahead of us, City is 6 points ahead of us, meaning that we're in the reach of City. If at all City is the title race, that means even we United, we are in the title race. But I don't really like that talk here, because we'll only have to win our games to find ourselves into this, because I know City is expected to drop, but I don't see Arsenal dropping its points, because they are welcoming back Thomas Partey, and today Thomas Partey has come in through and really played some 10 minutes until the game came to an end. Jorginho played 90 minutes. Then Gabriel Jesus is going to be back in training next week. So it looks like Arsenal are really welcoming back more guns that are really going to help them win the trophy and really win the remaining games they're having. They're left with 14 games. If they happen to win all of them, even if they happen to win how many? If they happen to win 10 and they beat City, obviously, if they happen to win 12 and they beat, in those 12 wins when they've beaten City, they would have gone ahead to win the trophy. So we might find out that the tie between City and Arsenal at Etihad is going to be the most beautiful tie of football ever, that the winner takes it all. But it will depend on the performances of Arsenal. But when you look at the fixtures of Arsenal, they're really so much favoring the club of Arsenal. So City have closed in at Arsenal, back to 2-point goal difference, and obviously they are really doing a very fantastic job down there at Etihad, and they are fighting tooth and nail. But obviously you see a very huge drop off in City. That's it. Cancelo leaving, Jesus, Gabriel, Sterling, Zinchenko, Cancelo, they are really not the City that they've been. And I think that in transition, the manager is really building the squad again. And I see that this team is really going to go out and stretch out a team called, I see Arsenal stretching out Man City to the max. That's it, because City is having pressure from Manchester United and they're having pressure from Arsenal. So how are they going to maintain that pressure? Looks like United is not going to stop winning, because it has welcomed back very many players back from injury. Martial is soon returning. Rashford has been passed fit to play the game of the Carabao Cup final. That means going to be fresh fit. Then Anthony is back, Scott McTominay is back, Casemiro's suspension is over. Obviously the first Premier game is going to be against Liverpool, and I fancy United to go out at Liverpool and really get a win, because Liverpool is the biggest joke of the season amongst the teams that we are predicted to go on and really take the trophy. So I believe City have gone ahead to win. Very good win for them, and the table is really looking great and is in great shape for a side known as Arsenal, Manchester City and Manchester United. It's starting to take shape. Looks like the first 3 positions are already taken. Now you're waiting to see who are going to fight for the 4th spot. That is Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. If at all they win today, in the game they're going to play against Crystal Palace today, they might find themselves into a winning condition that will place them into the position of really doing the needful. Now, the first goal came in through from Julian Alves in the 15th minute, as he really tapped that ball into the back of the net. That is Julian Alves, and he went into celebration. That is the first goal that Julian Alves really went ahead to put up for City and put them ahead in the 15th minute. Then later, Erling Haaland came in through to score another goal to make it 2. Obviously in the mouth of the goal, and obviously it was like a tap in for him. He went to the celebration. This goal has really seen Haaland surpass the highest ever Premier League goal scorer in a single season. That is Kun Aguero, who scored 26 goals, and today Haaland has taken his tally to 27. That is Haaland, and he scored in the 29th minute, as you see there. Then afterwards, it has been Phil Foden making it 3, as you see there. He just capitalized on a mistake made by a defender, because the defender was like trying to square the ball to his fellow defender across the D. Then it fell on Phil Foden, and Phil Foden took no chance, made no mistake like he did against Nottingham. In the same position like this, instead of really going in for a shot at goal, he decided to pass that ball to Haaland, and it was a very poor pass because he slid before he really took that pass, and obviously he went ahead to miss out on that. But today he has gone ahead to score. Looks like he's back in shape, and this is the form you'd like to see Phil Foden in, and obviously made it 3. Then Julian Alves hit that ball, looked like it was going outside, deflected off the defender of Bournemouth, and it really went into the bottom corner to make it 4-0, and that goal was given as an own goal. It was not a goal for Julian Alves. That would have been a brace for the player of Argentina, the World Cup winner. But it was not a one-way traffic. Even a side known as Bournemouth, before they scored that only goal they put in there, they had a chance that really forced Ederson to make that save at the near post, and obviously went ahead to do that. But later, Leyma came in through and really scored the one goal that was a consolation for them. But obviously, if I told you an Arsenal fan, you would love that goal because it reduces the goal difference of Manchester City. It would have been now 11, but it's 10 because of that goal that guy really puts in through. Now, let's go to the match stats as how it really went down between City and Bournemouth as it stood today, and they've gone ahead to really win that beautiful game of football. Let's see how many shots they had, and how many were on target, and how many were not on target, and who had a lion's share of the possession. It looks like it's an obvious Man City, but obviously we have to show you what really happened. 13 shots for Bournemouth. City had 20. Very much serious. 2 shots on target by Bournemouth. I think they would have done better. At least they would have got like 6 on target. City had 5, meaning that they are really clinical. Out of the 5, 4 crossed the line, but I believe they would have gone ahead to create more chances, meaning that their composure is really lacking a little bit. 33% ball possession by Bournemouth, 67% ball possession by Man City. 368 passes completed by Bournemouth, 735 passes completed by Man City. 82% passing accuracy by Bournemouth and 90% passing accuracy by Man City. 10 fouls by Bournemouth, 9 fouls by Man City. 2 yellow cards to both sides, 0 red cards to either sides, 1 offside to Bournemouth, 2 to Man City, 4 corners for Bournemouth, 6 corners for Man City. And obviously that's how the game of football really ended, and Man City have gone ahead to register another win this season that has taken their tally of points to 57, as Arsenal is at 59. If Arsenal happens to win their game they have in hand midweek, when they're playing against Everton, they'll take their tally to 5 points in between them and City. So my man of the match is Julian Alves. He was really the live wire into that team, and Phil Foden also was really in contention for that because he was really playing very good amidst the manager warning him that, please, you are having a very good player that you are competing with, that is Riyad Mahrez. If at all you are not better, then Riyad Mahrez will come on the field of play. Having missed out on that chance against Nottingham, he had to come out and really show his money that I'm really ready to take back my spot, and obviously he did it very well in a very clear style and flair link into that game of football. City is cruising, and obviously they are putting pressure on Arsenal, and Arsenal is saying we are winning these games of football after dominating against Leicester City. Rokani David is my name. Telling me your thoughts about City closing in on Arsenal. What are your thoughts about it? I sign out for now. See you later. Rokani David remains my name. May the Lord bless you abundantly. I think the next video is going to be the player ratings of Arsenal versus Leicester City. I sign out for now. See you later. But tomorrow is the Carabao Cup finale at Wembley, and United is going to be playing Newcastle. Rashford has been past fit. Obviously, we can't wait for that game. Not so? And lastly, Liverpool has started its game against Crystal Palace, the game that is closing the match day of Saturday. Bye-bye for now. Good evening.